When we come back, Michael addresses the charges pending against him here in Santa Maria. After this. This programming note, aside from being repeated at 10 o'clock Pacific time tonight, this entire hour will also be rebroadcast tomorrow night following the Super Bowl at 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific time, Sunday night. Now, before Ramon and I offer some final thoughts, Michael addresses the very serious charges against him and that blatant grand jury leak that has poisoned the air around this case, even as the jury is being selected. Here's Michael.
Finally, we studiously avoided the case. We've not talked at all about the case that's pending. You're under this gag order. I know that you have received the permission from the judge to read a statement.
Yes.
I hate to end an interview that way, but if you'd like to read that statement now, I think it's important.
Sure. In the last 2 weeks, a large amount of ugly, malicious information has been released into the media about me. Apparently, this information was leaked through transcripts in a grand jury proceeding where neither my lawyers nor I ever appeared. The information is disgusting and false. Years ago, I allowed a family to visit and spend time at Neverland. Neverland is my home. I allowed this family into my home because they told me their son was ill with cancer and needed my help. Through the years, I helped thousands of children who were ill or in distress. These events have caused a nightmare for my family, my children, and me. I never intend to place myself in so vulnerable a position ever again. I love my community, and I have great faith in our justice system. Please keep an open mind and let me have my day in court. I deserve a fair trial like every other American citizen. I will be acquitted and vindicated when the truth is told.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No. Yes, there's something. I would love to have the public's prayers for my children and myself.
Okay, buddy, you got it.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Ramon Bain, Michael's spokesperson, final thoughts.
Well, let me just say this, Geraldo. Michael Jackson is a good man. And I know that we are going to go into this thing. He has a lot of confidence in his defense. He has the love of his family. And he has maintained his innocence. And I am just appealing to people to think twice about believing everything they read.
I have a few points also. Item, the family now accusing Michael Jackson once swore to LA County investigators that he had done nothing wrong. Item, they contacted a civil lawyer before they ever contacted the police. Item, it just so happened to be the same lawyer who wrote a multi-million-dollar settlement from Jackson years before. And item, all of the incidents in the indictment supposedly happened only after the airing of the damning documentaries against Michael Jackson. Those and many other items led me to conclude that he's being framed. But he's not without blame. To me, the biggest news in his statement is Michael's declaration that he will never place himself in so vulnerable a position as the one he created by allowing children to sleep over at his home. In other words, Michael has stopped attempting to defend what is, however innocent, culturally indefensible. It's now become obvious to Michael what should perhaps have been obvious all along, that in this often hard, sometimes cruel world, there is no Peter Pan. So how much time do I have remaining in the program? Okay. I want you folks to know that if you watch the Fox News channel, you're going to get a fair and balanced news coverage of the trial unfolding here. It will be historic. I think in many ways it will raise issues that will have resonance throughout our society. As Ramon has said, I urge everybody to keep an open mind. Listen to the evidence. And as you listen to the evidence, ask yourself whether or not it is convincing enough to convict a man beyond a reasonable doubt. Unless the district attorney in this case, Tom Seddon, has something much more than we have seen in either the grand jury or in the various leaks about his allegations. I think Michael Jackson will be vindicated, and what we hope, Ramon, is that he goes back to music, making the music that has given so much pleasure to so many millions of people. I know the family has their fingers crossed, and we'll certainly be watching.
Yeah, well, I think so many people out here are hoping that he comes back on stage because he's fantastic, and there's no other entertainer like Michael Jackson. He is in a class by himself.
We look forward to his tsunami relief record being released, kind of a We Are the World too. We look forward to Michael and his brothers reuniting and going on their world tour. Ramon Bain, Michael Jackson's spokesperson, thank you very much for being with us.
And thank you for having me on.
Good night.